Hey!
Welcome to another episode of Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick. My name is Adam.
And my name is Nick.
It is.
Welcome back to the best place to get up to date with the latest stories and news of the week in the world of streaming and movies.
Certainly is.
How are you, Adam?
I'm great. I've had a bit of a cold this week.
Yeah?
I think I caught it off you, maybe.
There's so much around.
There is a lot of it going around.
I'm pretty sure mine was more than a cold.
Yeah, you had like bad stuff.
I think it might have been a full-on flu.
I was absolutely fine on Sunday.
Yeah.
Woke up full of it on Monday.
Yeah.
Really bad Tuesday. Been fine ever since.
Wow.
Just literally 2-day thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, apart from that, I've
There's
been
been
all
a
right.
lot of sickness around my workplace as
It's
well.
the change of seasons that does
yeah,
it, isn't it? I think.
It does do for people, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, we don't want to talk about
No, wait, man.
illnesses. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited to get on with this show, talk about some interesting news stories.
Me too. Can't wait.
And then we'll be back also on Thursday for our movie show.
We will indeed. And what a movie show this one's going to be.
I can't wait. Our first ever movie from Macedonia.
Macedonian cinema we're doing now. That's how long we've been doing this show.
I don't know how long this show will go, but there's a fair chance it might be the only movie we ever do from Macedonia.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be at all surprised. I don't have my phone on me and I don't know where it is. And I don't like... Oh, it's here. I found it. Don't worry.
Okay, fine.
I don't like being without my
was-
phone. It makes
that
me
was
feel
a journey.
claustrophobic. I can't think of... I don't think we'll do many films out of Macedonia.
Snow White dies at the end.
Snow White dies at the end.
That's what it's called.
It is, indeed.
So yeah,
It's trippy.
you can find it on Amazon Prime.
Prime.
In the UK. So
It's on Prime in the UK. It's
have
on...
a look.
It is on YouTube as well.
Okay,
I did find it on YouTube.
nice,
So if you want to watch it on there, you can.
excellent.
I don't know if that's legal or not, but I don't think anybody in Macedonia is that bothered. Yeah, so we'll be back on Thursday to talk about that. And yeah, this is all about Netflix and news and stuff. We've got loads of stuff coming up today, hopefully.
Anything else you want to report on this week?
No,
Okay, fine.
don't think so.
No ghostly happenings.
No ghostly happenings. I think we've
Settled down for the summer.
seems to have settled for the summer.
Yeah,
I've painted my deck in,
lovely.
so outside is all ready for the summer now.
Well done.
Cut the lawns, that sort of stuff. We're all ready
Fantastic.
for the summer to come. I'm excited for the summer this year.
Good.
It's going to be a good summer.
I hammered a stake into the ground. You know,
Food?
For the yeah, no, that'd be really difficult.
That would be really difficult.
For the washing line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're big.
They are big. I remember having to do mine. It was
Ages.
a
They're not
pain.
a pain in the arse. Sorry.
You can get those ones that twist in now, can't you?
Yeah. Anyway.
You should have got one of them. Adulting. I might have a leaky toilet downstairs. I think I said this last week, didn't I?
I don't know if it was on.
Okay, well, that might be a thing.
I've also got an issue with a white good.
Oh, no. What's
Yeah.
happened?
I've got a dishwasher problem.
Oh,
So we're going to have to call someone to look at that.
okay.
Just out of warranty as well.
Oh, it's always the same, isn't it?
Oh,
It's like they're
do it on
programmed to do
purpose,
it.
don't they? Anyway.
Anyway, I've got a question of the week. And
Lovely.
It stays on a water theme, so that's good.
Okay, fine.
We've linked them. It's my turn to give you a question of the week this week. I heard it on another podcast. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I've completely stolen it. I'm going to give you £10 million,
Okay, I accept it.
but there's a catch.
Yeah, I thought there would be.
Every day for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
at a random point during that day, you will be transported to a random point in the ocean
Okay.
for 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
And then you will be back where you were after the 30 seconds and
Yeah.
you can get on with your life.
Okay.
Do you accept my £10 million?
Do I have some questions first?
Go for it.
When I am returned from my 30 seconds, am I returned back to the place I was?
You are exactly where you were when you left.
So if I'm shopping,
Yeah,
I'm back in the supermarket.
Correct.
Okay, fine.
you are wet
Yes.
because you have been in the ocean.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
So from a survival point of view,
Yeah.
I feel that if I'm to accept this, I would then have to, because it can happen at any time. Without
Any random time during the day to any random point in any ocean.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I need a bag on me, not on me. It's got to be next to me because I don't want the bag to get wet. Because I'm going to need a bag with like towels.
Yeah.
You know, because if I'm dropped in the Arctic Ocean for 30 seconds, I'm in danger.
You're in danger at any point in the ocean. It's like, what if there's a shark right underneath you?
Yeah, or a huge wave.
Yeah, it could be stormy.
Yeah.
It could be the middle of the night while you're asleep.
Yeah,
You could be driving.
sure.
That's an issue.
Yeah. It's risky.
There's risks to it. That's the whole point.
Yeah. I'd be tempted to give it a go, though.
It's every day.
Yeah.
for 30. You're only 30 seconds. So
when I get old,
yeah, that's also going to be a problem.
it might just break all the bones in my body. The sea.
Yeah, it might do if it's that bad.
But then one day some days you might just get dropped in what's the one that's full of salt where you just float?
Yeah, the Dead Sea.
Yeah.
Or you might just be in like this lovely Caribbean ocean where you can just relax for 30 seconds.
It'd be pretty unlucky to be dropped. Because you're just dropped on the surface, sort of thing.
Into the sea,
like my head's bobbing above.
You're bob. Yeah, you're above.
So,
you're not in the. Yeah. You're not underwater.
So you'd be pretty unlucky to be dropped like astride a shark.
Yeah. You would.
But then a boat might run you over.
Yeah. The biggest issue I think is storms and big waves.
Sure.
But you can hold your breath for 30 seconds, even if you get pulled under.
Yeah, so
you're not going to die by drowning in 30 seconds.
If you are dropped and you wave, the conditions are terrible. I think your best strategy is it's 30 seconds. I'm just taking a gulp of air, and I'm just gonna mushroom float.
just ride it out for 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I think that's You're not going to drown in 30 seconds.
Well, I bet people do.
Yeah, maybe, but you're not going to drown in 30 seconds.
I don't think I am at this age in my life. For a few years.
Yeah.
But again.
But that's also saying that you're going to go, as soon as you get to the water, you're going to go instantly under. There's going to be a few seconds before you go under.
True. So it's slightly less than 30 seconds.
So it's less than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And chances are you're going to come up and you're going to bob around. You're going to, even in like the most treacherous seas, you're going to be on the surface for some.
But if it's bad luck, you get dropped, smash straight away before you've took a breath.
Yeah,
wave.
That's bad.
Disorientated, knocked out.
Yeah, because you could be out of breath already. You could have just run somewhere.
I think I'm just starting to talk myself out of it.
There's also a lot of open ocean, and the majority of the time, as far as I know, the ocean is fine.
Yeah.
So your chances of you getting a bad thing are pretty low, I would think.
Every single day, though.
Every single day.
Don't get a day off.
Don't get a day off.
If you can imagine if you're in the middle of an important meeting and suddenly you just come back wet.
Yeah, you disappear for 30 seconds.
So you'd have to let everyone know.
Everybody, yeah, you 100% would have to.
This is a condition I have.
This is an issue with me in my life. I can't drive. You can't be allowed to drive. If that happens while you're driving, you could be killing other people.
Oh, so we're saying like the car carries on.
Yeah,
it's not like the world.
You're just going to disappear out of it.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be allowed to drive. You'd have your license taken.
Yeah, you would. So you wouldn't be able to operate any kind of heavy machinery. Yeah. So there's that issue you've got to resolve.
Unless it already happened in that 24 hours, then you could get in your car.
Then you could get in your car, yeah.
So that seems a very specific condition to have on your driving license.
If I've been in the ocean that day, I'm allowed to drive.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure that would get through the DVLA.
I know what you mean.
I'm tempted to say, yeah, I'll give it a go.
The practicalities of it are bad because it's the practical of I'm suddenly going to be wet at some point during the day.
Yeah.
At any point. Could happen to you right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'd just be sitting there chatting and waiting for you to come back wet.
Yeah.
That'd be annoying.
And you wouldn't want that because the chair would be soaked.
Yeah.
The stuff,
But imagine some of the stories you'd be able to tell.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was loads of dolphins there today.
Yeah,
or
maybe.
it was dark and I couldn't see where I was.
Yeah.
Or I just avoided it. I've just punched a shark in the nose. I've just avoided it. It's £10 million.
No, I don't know though. I think
you wouldn't have to worry about work because you wouldn't need to work.
After a week, you're getting. I've had enough of this, even if it's only 30 seconds.
You think a week could be that quick? You get bored of it within a week. I think after a year it'd be annoying.
How much time is it in a year though? It's 30 seconds a day. What's 30 seconds times 365?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, overall, you're going to be spending a lot of your life. You're going to be spending quite a lot of time in the ocean.
Yeah.
And that, obviously, is increasing your risk, isn't it? I feel like I'm going off this as more I think about it. It's 10,950 seconds a year.
Do more maths for me, please.
It's about 3 hours a year.
About 3 hours a year.
Yeah.
In the ocean.
Yeah.
Not counting the times that you already go in the ocean in a year.
Yeah.
Imagine that if you're in the ocean, then you get transported to another part of the ocean for 30 seconds. At least you'd be prepared.
That's true. I know. When you suddenly put it like that, it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
A lot can happen in 3 hours. I think I might be.
Because you're rich, though, you wouldn't have any job responsibilities or anything like that.
I suppose
could have somebody driving for you.
Yes, you could focus your funds on managing this condition.
You could always be wearing swimming shorts.
Yeah.
Or a wetsuit. You just live in a wetsuit forever.
True. Or you have a clip with a waterproof bag with those things I've talked about.
Yeah.
Just always on your person with your towel, your emergency blanket.
I think I'd do it, As long as you could be, like you said, you could be prepared for it. There is an inherent risk to it.
Yeah.
Because there is a chance that you're not going to come back at some point.
Yeah.
But it's £10 million.
All right, well, I'll do it if you'll do it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Deal.
Imagine we both took the offer. We had, all right, mate.
Yeah. The chance of us both being randomly picked at the same time and to the same point of the ocean is pretty slim. Cool. Let us know what you'd do. Comment down below on the video or go into our Discord if you want to.
Good.
Let us know what you think.
Shall we do some news?
Let's do some Netflix news.
Okay. I not that this ever gets us in trouble.
Oh God.
But I think we're going to have to talk a little bit because Netflix has been in the proper news this week about the P word.
The P word?
Yeah, politics.
Oh God.
So, have you seen that Netflix has been the subject of a committee decision this week?
No.
The Culture, Media and Sport Committee in the UK has recommended the imposition of a 5% tax on streamers' UK subscriber revenue,
right,
to go toward British TV and budgeting for drama. And this is essentially because it's a really interesting issue, this. The issue essentially being that the BBC, ITV, these traditional content makers cannot afford to make the sort of dramas that are being pushed out by Netflix. They're priced out of the market by Netflix, and the fact that revenue's down because people are watching streaming services. I have a slightly different view on it in the fact that actually we're getting better British dramas than ever before.
Yeah,
they're just not coming.
They're just not coming from the BBC or ITV. Yeah,
like the man, if you like, from traditional services. I don't see why it should be down to Netflix, Disney Plus, pick whatever streamer you want, Amazon. Much as those companies are essentially big evil companies.
Yeah,
it's not down to them to bail out the BBC and ITV.
I couldn't agree more. It's not Netflix's fault that the BBC and ITV have been left in the past.
Yeah,
it's their fault that they're an outdated institution.
Netflix, Deadline are reporting that Netflix have essentially said that if that were to happen, they would just pass the price straight on to the consumers.
Yeah, which is fair.
So who loses out?
The consumers always lose out.
We lose out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Netflix have got to give 5% to the government, and they're going to give that back to the BBC.
Yeah.
Because ITV ain't getting any of that.
No, probably not.
They're not.
Probably not.
Fucking.
I say government. It's not a party thing. This is a committee. That has recommended
it's a tax.
This. Yeah. Essentially, all the streamers gave evidence to the committee and were querying what is the exact problem the tax is trying to solve.
Great question. The BBC.
Yeah. And they one part of their argument was said that any tax put in could actually damage further companies like the BBC, the ITV, because there are actually a number of co-productions that those companies have with Netflix, with Disney. Look at Doctor Who, for example. And they would obviously look to pull back from some of that if they're being taxed on it.
Yeah, of course they would.
So this is just going to run and run. But yeah, it's took 18 months for this report to come out.
We just can't have nice things, can we?
We can't have nice things.
We can't have nice things.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
I don't give a flying thing where if it's I'm watching a Netflix thing or a BBC thing. I just want to watch a good show.
The BBC. Let's not get started on the BBC.
Just put adverts on it.
Yeah.
No one would care.
Or just shut it down.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? It's so outdated. It's unbelievable.
No one would care.
No.
Okay. Let's talk.
Old Tories would care. But that's it.
Let's move on to another subject which has caused no controversy on this show whatsoever in the last few weeks. Adolescence.
Okay.
So,
not just a small amount of controversy on this show.
Deadline exclusive. Another exclusive from Deadline this week is that Plan B, which is the production company behind Adolescence, Brad Pitt's production company.
Yep.
Are already in talks with Netflix as to what a second season of that show would look like. I think this would be, if this is anything that gets off the ground, this is just my interpretation, is that this almost becomes an anthology type.
Yeah, a whole new story.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is obviously being pushed by the impact that this show has had culturally.
Yeah.
And also the fact that as of us speaking now, Adolescence is now the 4th most viewed Netflix show in the English language of all time.
Anybody think it was good?
And remember, Netflix still counts shows in it's like their 90-day window.
Yeah.
So this thing is
still going. This
thing is gonna probably climb a couple more places.
Did I read that it beat Stranger Things season 3?
Yes.
Wow. That's mental.
It's gone past all the Bridgertons.
Wow.
I think it's next on the list is the Dharma.
Okay.
American monster series.
Yeah. It's not going to touch Wednesday.
It's probably not going to touch Wednesday, which is the most viewed English language series of all time on Netflix. But it's got a decent shot of getting to second.
Wow.
Which would be
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
There's 4 episodes of it.
Yeah.
There's
double that of Wednesday, I'm sure. Maybe more.
Well, yeah. How long was Stranger Things? The last series of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
2 hours an episode. So yeah, we're gonna hear more about this thing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think an anthology is the way to go with it. Treat it a bit like American Crime Story or something.
Yeah.
Have a whole new story.
Yeah.
You could use the same gimmick of the one shot.
And I think that's the way it would.
And it's got to be about youth, youth culture in the country.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. It could be about anything.
Yeah, I agree.
The worst thing they could do is bring back those same characters and have another series.
Oh, that won't happen. That
can't happen,
no.
And it would be
no
the worst thing you can do.
don't.
There's no story left to tell there.
No, you can't put the lightning back in the bottle there, I don't.
No, I agree.
Okay. Interesting though. See how that one develops.
I won't put that clip out on socials. People don't like us talking about adolescence.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Russian bots. So, some more news from Netflix is that they have commissioned a new buddy comedy film.
Okay.
Called Little Brother.
Right.
Which will be directed by Matt Spicer, who I'm not familiar with this movie, is coming off the movie Ingrid Goes West.
I'm not familiar with that.
But he has cast his 2 leads for this movie. And they will be none other than John Cena and Eric Andre.
Nice.
Coming together to star in this. The story revolves around a famous real estate agent.
Okay.
I don't know how many famous real estate agents there are in the world.
There's a few now because
everyone that's on Selling Sunset, maybe that sort of thing. Played by John Cena.
Kirsty, what's the game? She was an estate agent, wasn't she?
Oh, okay.
From location.
Yes, true. Yes, John Cena plays a famous real estate agent whose carefully curated world is upended when his eccentric little brother, played by Eric Andre, unexpectedly reappears in his life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds dreadful.
Well,
John Cena's doing a really bad job of having a year off movies. That was his plan.
Yeah, but he's not going to film it till later in the year, I guess. But
he's also doing a really bad job of having a year off movies.
Oh, yeah, but this guy's got that much stacked up, hasn't he? He's just a bit behind the rock in terms of the.
Yeah.
You got to stack it all up, knock all these things out until everyone realizes you're just doing the same thing for 10 years. And anyway, but
very true. He does look like an estate agent now, though.
I think I can see it.
I can see it.
I think it's quite interesting because a lot of the sort of straight streaming movies Cena's done in the last couple of years have been on Amazon. Yeah. Obviously, there is a relationship with his other employer with Netflix.
Yep.
So maybe Netflix are getting in this John Cena game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
So
wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of contract been signed there.
Who knows? But yes, that's coming up for him.
Cool.
Another very busy man is Kevin Williamson.
Oh yeah.
Who is currently working on the new Scream movie.
Yes.
He's directing it as well as having written it.
Yep.
He obviously wrote the first one.
Yeah, it's his return to the franchise. He's also attracted all the original cast back.
Correct.
Much, hasn't he?
But he's also, just as a side hustle, got a new series starting on Netflix in June.
Okay.
And if you remember, I think we may have mentioned this before, probably when we were talking about Scream. Kevin Williamson is also the guy behind Dawson's Creek.
Yes, we did mention
that little successful show from back in the day. And this show that's coming to Netflix in June is certainly seems to be more Dawson's Creek than Scream.
Right.
And that is The Waterfront. Netflix have announced that this will premiere. All 8 episodes of season 1 of The Waterfront will arrive on Netflix on June the 19th.
Okay.
Kevin Williamson is the showrunner, writer, and it is a series inspired by true events about family dynamics and the lengths people will go to when their legacy is on the line. The cast includes Holt McCallany, Maria Bello, Melissa Benoist, and Topher Grace.
Topher Grace?
Which I feel like is a name I haven't heard for a good while.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes. The official synopsis says, for decades, the Buckley family has ruled Havenport in North Carolina, dominating everything from the local fishing industry to the town's restaurant scene. But their fishing empire has started to crumble as patriarch Harlan Buckley recovers from 2 heart attacks, and his wife, Belle, and son, Kane, venture into the deep end to keep the family business afloat.
Ooh.
It's like Yellowstone, but with fish.
It sounds like it, yeah. Isn't it funny how you can be like famous for something like Dawson's Creek and something like Scream?
What are 2 things to have in your on your CV?
Is Scream just Dawson's Creek with murder?
Maybe
that's what he wanted to do. Maybe he was like, I want to kill off all these characters, but I can't. So here's Scream.
I mean, 2 completely different things with massive cult again.
Yeah, huge. Dawson's Creek's one of the biggest shows of all time.
Yeah.
That was huge when it was a thing.
If Dawson's Creek was here now, how memey would that be?
Oh, it'd be memey all over the place.
Just be TikTok.
You do see Dawson's Creek memes occasionally.
Dawson crying.
Yeah. So even now, 30 years later, it's memey.
There was some good. My wife did a rewatch of Dawson's Creek a couple of years ago.
Really, I don't think I've
watched
ever
the old
watched
episode, and there's some good stuff in there.
I never watched it. I don't think
it was like a Sunday morning over here. It was like a Sunday morning
soap type thing, wasn't it?
It had that sort of slot.
You don't get shows like that anymore, like 28 episode seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you don't get filler episodes.
We're getting 8 episodes here for Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get that anymore. You don't get like an episode where Dawson's just wandering around doing nothing. Everything means something in TV these days. Whereas I'm sure there's loads of filler episodes of Dawson's Creek because you just don't get that.
You still get TV now. You get it for like the procedurals, don't you? I guess. Yeah. Grey's Anatomy, they're still knocking out 20 episodes.
That's just been renewed again.
Law and Order, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, you think even back to something like, we'll probably talk about this show too much, but you think back to something like Lost, and it's like, it is crazy now that a show of that nature was having to churn out 20 odd episodes 20 to 24 episodes a season for the first 3 years.
Yeah, it really is. It just wouldn't happen now. It doesn't happen now.
Yeah.
Apart from, like you say, the procedurals are
case of the week type
cable TV shows.
Yeah.
You can't imagine Netflix announcing that they've commissioned a drama that's 28 episodes long.
No.
you just wouldn't do it. It doesn't happen. Those shows are dead.
No. Yeah.
Bring them back.
But let's be careful what we wish for. I mean, I don't know. No, I was going to say maybe 20 episodes of Strange Things would be better than 1 4-hour episode, but
isn't it like the length of 20 episodes, but just in 4?
Yeah. Okay. Right, that's it for Netflix news.
Okay.
There is a bit more streaming news though before we move on to movies.
Go for it.
And in I guess news that will surprise no one, but look, it's important. It's a popular show. HBO have announced that they will or they have renewed for a third season, The Last of Us.
Okay, that's interesting.
Ahead of its season 2 premiere this weekend.
Soon, yeah.
I think
it is this weekend.
Deadline again has got the exclusive on this one, and they are reporting from their sources that a decision has not yet been made if season 3 will be the final season.
Okay.
Or not. And this sort of goes back to an interview that the showrunners, creators Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin did with Deadline previously, when they said they were contemplating up to 4 seasons to tell the story.
Okay.
So
these guys are going way past the games. There's only 2 games.
They apparently in the interview said they thought they would need 4 seasons to tell the story laid out across 2 video games.
Okay.
So season 2 is 7 episodes.
There must be a lot in the second video game, because the first season was pretty much the first game.
Okay. I don't have I played this. I don't think I played the second one.
I never completed the second one, but I did play it.
So it may end up having 4, but it's definitely having 3.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
So
the first season of The Last of Us is great.
I was going to say, did you watch it?
Yeah. Did you not watch it?
No.
Did you not?
No.
You should. It's really good. There's one episode that's like phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should watch it.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Okay, I will do. I'm sure I'd like it.
You would like it.
I don't know. How does Pedro Pascal have the time? How does he have the time?
I have no idea. Not a clue. I think there's 2 of them.
So much. I think there is. I mean, he got that good Mandalorian gig, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where he can't have ever been on set.
No, he never. It didn't have to be there.
He took spoiler alert. He took the helmet off once in the first season.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So you're saying that's not him under the helmet all times? No, I don't think so.
He's just recording. He's probably not even going to the studio. He's probably just voice noting
studio,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casting no aspersions on Pedro Pascal, who we love.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's amazing.
Yeah, brilliant.
But he is in everything.
I just don't understand how he has the time. Okay, let's talk about some reboots.
Okay.
And Amazon Prime is going reboot crazy. I've got news on not 1, not 2, but 3 reboots.
3 reboots
coming our way.
Okay.
The first of which is Mike Flanagan's first project for Amazon.
Oh, right.
He will be adapting a reboot of a Stephen King novel.
Okay,
You
cool.
may be surprised to know.
No, I'm not.
Carrie.
Yes, I knew this was coming.
Is coming back. And in fact, they have cast the lead
have they?
in this series.
I hadn't heard this.
Summer H. Howell.
Cool name.
Will play Carrie. She has been in Hunter x Hunter, which is not a movie I am familiar with.
No, not me.
But
it's modern daying it, isn't he?
Yes.
Updating the story.
It will be her first TV series. Carrie is described by Deadline as a reimagining of the story of misfit high schooler Carrie White, who has spent her life in seclusion with a domineering mother. After her father's sudden death, Carrie finds herself contending with the challenges of attending high school, a bullying scandal, and the emergence of mysterious powers. They did do a Carrie,
great,
didn't
Chloe
they?
Grace Moretz. That's okay. Yeah. That's fine. I think you can update the story of Carrie to the modern day without
I think
pissing all over the story.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think it I'm not saying it's needed.
No, I'm not saying it's needed.
It's transferable. It's high school in...
It's a high school drama at the end of the day.
High school in 1970, whatever, when the first movie came out. Then how old's the Chloe Grace Moretz? I bet it's 10 years old.
I think it's more than that. I think it was 2008.
Well, there you go.
I think. I'll double check what you're talking.
So 10 to 15 years old. And Flanagan's going to do it totally different.
Yeah, of course he is.
He's going to go hard.
2013, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 years old.
That's best part of 15 years old by the time this thing comes out.
Yeah.
So
Stephen King trusts Mike Flanagan with absolutely everything.
Yeah.
So
he
we
said,
have
pick
to
what you want to do.
We have to too. And I do. Carrie's like the reason I got into Stephen King. So And it doesn't bother me, so therefore it shouldn't bother anybody else. Done.
Yeah. Okay. Also, though, just I guess almost as a byline, but also coming from Prime Video is the news that they have a Legally Blonde prequel series on the way, and they've cast newcomer Lexi Mindtree as the
Mindtree,
as the lead in that. And also, according to Deadline, Amazon are in negotiations with Sophie Turner,
right,
to play the lead in a Tomb Raider reboot.
Oh, that needs rebooting again, does it?
Yeah, that's had a few reboots, hasn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
What are you more excited for? Carrie, Tomb Raider, or Legally Blonde?
You don't need to ask me that question. Legally Blonde, definitely. Mike Flanagan getting his hands on Carrie is like super exciting for me.
Yeah.
And it is just I think it's just going to be a high school drama.
Yeah.
With obviously supernatural elements to it.
Yeah.
But is that such a bad thing? I watched Carrie not long ago.
I mean, I'd rather he got on with the Dark Tower, but 100%. I appreciate he's got to maybe 100%. Test the water with Amazon a bit.
Yeah. But that's 10 years away. If he's going to do that properly, that's 10 years away, I reckon. And he still hasn't even been commissioned to do it.
No, it's not officially.
It's not officially happening.
No,
he just keeps saying he wants to do it. Nobody's given him a commission to do it. That's 10 years away for me.
But it feels like
we could be 60 by the time that show's finished.
It feels like if anyone's going to give him the money to do it, it will be.
It will be Amazon.
It will be Amazon.
I imagine the thing that's holding Amazon back is how unsuccessful some of their big franchise TV shows have been recently.
I mean, that Lord of the Rings, to commit all of that money, we're going to see this through, and then no one watches it.
Nobody watches it. And the people that do don't even really like it. That's going to be the thing that holds it back, I think. Because if you're going to do the Dark Tower properly, you're going to need a lot of money.
It's diminishing returns, isn't it? You've got, obviously Lord of the Rings was a huge thing, did amazingly, great movies. Those Hobbit movies, they did okay, but no one really was raving about them. Then we got this Rings of Power that is just hidden away. We're getting two Gollum movies from Andy Serkis. Yeah. And Warlord, who
cares? Then you've got the Game of Thrones spin-offs that are not doing well. Then
Fantasy is a tough sell, isn't it?
Fantasy is a tough sell.
And the Dark Tower is weird.
Oh, God, yeah.
And
it's more than weird. It's like it's fucked up in some places.
They can't expect it to be a blockbuster.
No, they can't. But they're going to have to spend a lot of money to do it properly.
Yeah.
So, and then you've got this Harry Potter thing that's coming. Then it's all going to live or die, whether that's successful as well. And I don't know. I just don't know if that will be.
Harry Potter TV series, yeah. It's still a tough one for me because I'm just so.
Who's it for? That's what I can't get my head around. It's like the people who grew up reading Harry Potter grew up with the films.
Yeah.
And the kids these days, are they still reading Harry Potter?
And if we're doing it,
if they are, then they're growing up with those films.
Doing it as a showpiece TV show.
Yeah.
It feels like it's more. Again, this is my perception. It's more being pitched to adults who watched Harry Potter, those movies when they were younger.
Yeah, but
they're the people that are going to be the pitch you want for it to be successful. You want it at everyone, surely.
Yeah, of course you do. And the people that are really diehard Harry Potter fans are going to be against it.
Yeah,
because they don't want their sacred show touched or the film's shit on.
If that Harry Potter, hypothetically, if that Harry Potter TV series was delivered now to me, and they said, here you go, it's on whatever streaming, there's a 12 episodes, 12 hours for here's series 1. All right, guys, my kids, do you want to watch Harry? They're going to watch them. Do you want to watch the movie or do you want to watch this new series? And out of 12 episodes, they're going to want to watch the movie.
Of course they are. Because even kids now are still watching those Harry Potter movies. So that's why I don't understand who this show is aimed at.
Yeah.
Who's going to watch it? But again, it's another fantasy show that if it doesn't succeed, then it's going to hold back the Dark Tower. Which has Harry Potter spin-offs, crossovers in, remember?
Does, yeah.
So, randomly.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that might be some complicated legal wranglings.
Yeah, that's not happening.
No snitches in the Dark Tower.
No snitches in the Dark Tower.
Anyway.
Not that kind, anyway.
So you can tell there's an Avatar movie coming out this year because James Cameron's...
completely forgotten that.
We talked about 3 weeks
We did,
ago.
yeah, but it's just...
James Cameron is popping up every few weeks
Right.
in the news. And this week he's been talking on the Boz to the Future podcast. And he has been talking about how AI could potentially be used positively.
Yes. Which people have got to start talking about.
Because he is worried about the future of the blockbuster.
Right.
Because I guess not everyone's James Cameron and can get given
Just
unlimited
seems to
budget
magic viewers out of thin air.
to make huge movies. And he has joined the board of directors on a company, Stability AI.
Right.
Who are a company behind a text-to-image AI software. He is basically saying one of the reasons he's done this is not to try and bring AI in to put people out of jobs, things like that, because he essentially wants the two to work together. Yeah. And he is saying if blockbusters, big budget blockbusters are going to survive, then we need to utilize technology to help deliver VFX quicker. Yes. That's not to say you're stopping people doing that as well, but the sort of movie that James Cameron makes and the sort of number of VFX shots you need to make to bring that to life, he's saying he would want the two to work together, and he thinks that's how blockbusters will
that's a sensible approach, because AI isn't going anywhere and it's only getting better. So you've got to learn to work with it, not against it, haven't you?
Yeah. Cameron said, in the old days, I would have founded a company to figure this out. But I thought I've learned maybe that's not the best way to do it. So I've thought, all right, I'll join the board of a good competitive company with a good track record. He says, my goal is not necessarily, so he's not saying not, he's saying not necessarily to make a shit pile of money.
Right.
But like he does.
That'd be a nice side effect.
Yeah. His goal is to understand the space and understand what's on the minds of developing and developers. How many resources do we have to throw at these things to create a new model to try and integrate it into the VFX workflow?
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how that progresses for him. I mean, it is in his...
Yeah, if you were going to say anybody's going to get into that,
it
would be James Cameron, wouldn't it?
James Cameron is like if George Lucas hadn't just retired off the money.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you think all the pioneering stuff George Lucas did with VFX and Lucasfilm, and then...
James Cameron's just taken that and run with it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. ChatGPT's new image generation software is unbelievable. Yeah. You have a play with it. It is incredible.
Is that how you made the image of all the Danny DeVitos the other week?
Yeah, but that was before the new one came.
Yeah, oh, okay.
It's like the new one came this week, I think, or last week. And it's like mad.
Nice. Okay. A few more bits of movie news before we finish the news for this week.
Okay.
Hot rumours, because the whole thing's set in a desert, that Dune 3 is on the way.
Okay.
Again, not officially announced. Some murmurs from Denis Villeneuve that after sort of saying he thought he'd had enough with the two, that actually he wants to come and finish a trilogy with Dune 3. And I expect that will sort of come to fruition. That will be announced in the coming months. But there are rumours that he's already, if that does happen, he's already talking to potential new cast members. And again, Deadline having a good week this week. They have got an exclusive that none other than Robert Pattinson has been in negotiations to join the cast.
That fits.
As the main villain.
Okay.
In fact. It's because that Batman film's never getting made, so...
Yeah.
He needs another blockbuster to
join. It keeps getting pushed back, doesn't it?
I'm going to say some words.
Okay.
Now, I've seen both Dune movies.
Right.
And these words... don't really... They are in English, but they don't really make sense to me. So, according to Deadline, Villeneuve and Legendary Pictures are eyeing Pattinson to play Dune Messiah's shape-shifting antagonist, Cytail, a transhuman face dancer whose ability to perfectly mimic the likeness and personality of others has wide-reaching ramification for Paul Atreides and the wider Duneverse.
Oh, God. So Robert Pattinson's going to turn himself into Timothée Chalamet?
Quite possibly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Both those movies made a lot of money.
I think Jason Momoa has not helped, or has helped, depending on the way you look at it, on the press tour for Minecraft.
Right.
He's sort of been saying that he's been talking about being in Dune 3 as well. So I'm pretty sure he died in the first one. So
I don't remember. It was so boring. I probably fell asleep.
Okay, so that might happen.
Cool. Probably will.
And then another sort of potentially epic franchise, I guess, has found its director. So the A24 adaptation of the, I think we can say, seminal computer game.
Okay.
Death Stranding.
Right, yeah.
Has a director. That will be Michael Sarnowski. He has good form, I guess. He was the director of Pig.
Oh, okay.
And also A Quiet Place Day One.
I can see those two films merging to become Death Stranding.
So yeah, he's now on for this one. Are they going to give it to Norman Reedus? They have to,
They
surely.
have to, don't they?
He was like, it was him in the video.
It was him in the game. Is he a big enough movie star, though?
I know. They can't recast it, surely.
Oh, you wouldn't have thought so.
If
he was sensible, he would have had that in his contract. It's like, if I'm in the game,
I guess
put me in the movie.
I guess it doesn't have to revolve. The movie doesn't have to revolve around the same character. No, I guess.
Yeah, you could always have a cameo in it or something.
Yeah, he's just in the distance.
He's just walking in the distance.
I've always fancied playing that game, and I never have. I feel like this is the sort of game I would like because it's just slow and
it's a walking
looks nice, and you have to deliver stuff.
Yeah,
don't
you're
you?
a courier. Yeah,
and avoid various monsters and yeah.
There's a new game that's come out this week that I want to play. It's called Atomfall.
Okay.
Have you heard of this?
I don't think
so. It's a bit like Fallout. It's post-apocalyptic, but it's set in northern England.
Okay.
So it's like all like Yorkshire Dales and
nice
Lancashire countryside and stuff, and it's like post-apocalyptic world. It's supposed to be really good. So I'm going to try and get my hands on that at some point.
What systems is that available?
All of them, I believe.
Oh, cool.
It's definitely on PC and I bet definitely PlayStation. So I'm assuming Xbox as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it is because it's on Game Pass. So yeah, all of them.
Awesome.
Maybe not the Switch, but
cool.
That was loud.
That was very loud. Okay, we have one piece of news left.
Okay, because we're 45 minutes into the show now.
What do you want from me?
Nothing. I'm enjoying myself. It's great news.
We did 10 minutes on.
Yeah, we did. On
living in the sea. I don't think we've done much theme park news before.
Never.
But we are.
No, we have done something.
We're going back to theme park news, and that is the news that pending planning permission.
Yeah, which will be given.
That Universal has announced it will open its first European and, in fact, UK theme park here.
Yes, I saw this earlier in the week. It's quite exciting.
Yeah, we're getting Universal Studios Europe or UK, whatever it ends up being called. Just somewhere between Bedford and Milton Keynes. Yeah.
It's an old brickwork sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's like 800-acre plot that they've already purchased.
Construction date projected to start in 2026. A 476-acre site has been purchased. The president of Comcast, Mike Kavanagh, we're not messing around with VPs on this one, said, "This is a special and historic milestone moment for our company. We continue to accelerate the growth trajectory of our theme park business and delight audiences around the world. The unparalleled storytelling and technological innovation that the incredible team at Universal Destinations and Experience brings to life is a perfect complement to the British creative arts and tourism industries. The project is expected to deliver £50 billion of direct and indirect benefit to the UK, including 20,000 construction jobs and 8,000 jobs once the site is operational."
The only thing that confuses me about it, I was thinking about this earlier in the week, right? If you go to Florida, you're pretty much theme park central. You can go on a holiday for 2 weeks and be in theme parks.
Sure.
You go to Disneyland Paris, couple of days, and you can go to Paris.
Yeah, plus there's 2 theme parks there.
Yeah, exactly.
All the stuff.
This is one theme park in the middle of nowhere. So people are going to travel in, and then what are they going to do? You know what I mean? It's like
It depends on your perspective. It's not that far from London, but
No,
those
but
transport links probably they don't exist.
They don't exist, and it's still a good hour on the train. No, maybe not.
Yeah,
but it's an hour in the car.
Yeah,
so it just seems like you just plonk it in the middle of the country, and then people are once they've done it, and it,
but they are
it
going to
doesn't feel like a holiday.
No
destination.
Well, I guess that.
But for UK people, it's great. But I
Yeah.
just don't see people coming from abroad like they would to Paris or to Florida or to LA.
Yeah. But it's getting the whole slew of hotels, restaurants, resorts.
Because it's been rumoured for years.
Yeah.
I always expected it to be closer to London than that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm getting at, I think.
I think this is like an hour and a quarter for us.
Yeah. It's great for us. It's like not far at all. But
yeah.
It's exciting.
Okay.
It's good news.
Sure it'll happen.
I'm sure it will. They're definitely going to get planning permission for it.
Yeah. Okay, that's all the news.
Excellent. Good news. Well done. Thank you very much. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
Watched a couple of things. Let's just touch briefly on, because we promised we would, and I know we've both watched it, the finale of The Resident.
We did promise we would talk about this last week. I watched it as soon as you left here last Thursday.
Yes.
Loved it.
Yeah, really good.
I
think they did stick the landing.
90 minutes?
Yes,
90 episodes. And it's basically just the summing up of the case.
Yeah.
For 90 minutes. And I thought it was fantastic. I was engrossed.
It just rode the line for me. The usual whodunit scene of gathering everyone in the drawing room was long.
It was long. But it was the whole episode.
Yeah. But it just about pulled it off.
Yeah, they pulled it off because they cast us so good and entertaining.
And me and my wife both watched it, both really enjoyed it. And we were both like, it was so well constructed that it could have been any of them.
Yeah.
Like,
when it finished, I still wasn't even convinced that it was who it was. I thought it was great.
Like,
really
they'd set up the ultimate red herrings really well. And I just great performances, really well cast.
Kept you guessing right to the end.
I really hope Netflix can make some more of them.
Me too.
Everyone's interested and wants to do it, because I think there's potential for more.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say.
It was the biggest White House set ever created.
Really?
For anything.
Oh, nice.
I watched like a bit of a making of on
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah, it's the biggest White House set ever created. Good. All the rooms are like faithful adaptations of the real rooms.
Excellent.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I'd highly recommend The Resident.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
And then I've watched something else. I'm just going to gush about this, and I know people probably get bored of us talking about Dropout. But on Dropout, the streaming service, I have watched the first episode of the new season of Game Changer.
Okay.
Game Changer is the game show where the game changes every single episode with different contestants. They don't know what game they're going to play until they arrive and start playing it. And the first episode is right up there as one of the best ones I've ever done.
Really? I've not seen it yet. I'm going to watch it tonight when you go, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard really good things about it. Yeah. Game Changer is so good.
So creative.
Yeah. Dropout's great.
Yeah.
There's so much good content on Dropout. I mean, I know the price has just gone up slightly, but it's still worth everything.
Not if you're an existing... So really? I would say that. Okay. So they have announced a price increase.
Yeah.
But if you are an existing subscriber, there is no price increase.
Oh, really?
And in fact, if you subscribe between now and May the 7th, you are counted as an existing subscriber.
Oh, and then the price is going up for new subscribers.
Correct.
That's an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that. I'd seen about the price increase, but it's still worth whatever they're charging. Yeah. It's brilliant.
So
get yourself a Dropout subscription if you enjoy comedy.
So am I allowed to say what the premise of the first episode of it is?
As long as you don't give any spoilers.
No. So it turns out the three contestants were also three contestants last year in one of the episodes.
Okay.
And straight after the episode in the last season, they were given a bag.
Right.
And told you have a year to complete the tasks.
Oh, right, okay.
In this bag. And this is 1 year later.
Oh, interesting.
They have the prompts. And they've had a year to work on them.
Interesting, okay. So, I'm definitely going to watch this tonight.
There's some pretty incredible stuff in there.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's loads of Dungeons and Dragons stuff on Dropout. There's loads of good game shows on there. It's really fun. Check it out. Maybe we should do a Dropout podcast.
Okay, how about you?
I watched a film at the weekend.
Okay.
I watched Mickey 17.
Oh, our Pat's talking about
Talk of the Devil. Arpatz's new.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy it.
Okay.
But it really felt like a missed opportunity to be good.
Okay.
It's basically he plays this guy that the world is evacuated onto a new world, or they're heading towards a new world. He plays a guy who, when he gets killed, they can print him out again.
Yeah.
Implant the memories back in. So he's basically just keeps getting killed and reinvented. And it's a great premise, but I really feel like they didn't stick the landing with it.
Oh, okay.
It was like, when it finished, I was like, that's a little bit disappointed that didn't really go anywhere. I don't want to give too much away because people will want to watch it. And to be honest with you, I don't have a lot of memory of it.
Oh, right,
and it was only like
just
4 days ago. Just didn't stick in my brain. But
is Arpat good?
Yeah.
He's usually pretty good.
He's usually pretty solid. He was okay.
And this is Boon John Hughes.
Yeah, it's follow-up to Parasite, which is one of my favourite films. So, yeah, it was very different to Parasite. It is like very different. But yeah, check it out if you want, but it wasn't for me.
Okay.
And this week I've also watched a documentary series on Netflix.
Yep.
Which is called Greed and Gold, The Hunt for Fenn's Treasure.
Oh, I'm intrigued straight away.
Have you ever heard of Forrest Fenn?
No.
He is a guy. He started out, he's done many different jobs over his time.
Okay.
He was in an army. He was a antiques dealer. He was a gold dealer at one point.
Okay.
Then he wrote a book of poetry.
Yeah.
And he released this book of poetry. And one of the poems in the book was, he later revealed that he'd hidden a treasure chest somewhere in the Rocky Mountains.
Oh, nice.
And this poem gave all the clues that you need
to
find it. And then for 10 years, people went mental trying to find it.
Okay.
Deciphering this poem in hundreds of different ways and all like, it could be read in so many different ways and point you to so many different areas.
Poetry for you.
Exactly. And it could point you to loads of different places in the Rocky Mountains. So all these Americans was like, we can find Fenn's treasure.
Yeah.
So, and it's this story of these people who went out there for years and years in the Rockies trying to follow these supposed hints of where this treasure was buried.
Yeah.
And ultimately, for the vast majority of them, not finding it. And it's their story. And this guy was 80 when he did this.
Yeah.
He was 90 when he died. And it was found 2 weeks before he died.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so there's this whole controversy of like,
did he tell them?
Was it all the scam from the start?
Yeah.
And then this story is fascinating.
I'm going to watch this. I love this
really
sort of
interesting.
Stuff. Do you remember that pirate the search for the Adak Island gold last year or the year before on Netflix? That was good as well.
But people died trying to find this stuff. People spent this. Well, this doesn't give anything away. But there's this redneck family. They call themselves rednecks. That's not me saying it. 3 lads, 2 lads and a dad, and they convinced themselves that it was buried under this giant boulder.
Right.
So they spent 2 years breaking this boulder down.
No way.
And it wasn't there. And it literally destroyed them. You felt so sorry for them at the end of it. Because everybody was in contact with this guy the whole time. You could email him, tell him where you were looking, and he'd be like, oh yeah, good. And they were emailing him constantly saying, oh, we're nearly through this. And he never went back to them and said, you're in the wrong place. And they couldn't even afford to buy the book. The guy went to the library and photocopied every single page of it. And it's like, and they dedicated their lives to this thing. And they weren't the only ones. There was some people, a couple of guys drowned. One guy shot himself.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. And then it's not a spoiler also to say that it has now been found.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a crazy story. It's 3 episodes on Netflix. They're about 45 minutes each. It's well worth checking out. It's a really interesting story.
Great.
It's called Greed and Gold, The Hunt for Fenn's Treasure.
Lovely.
Yeah, check it out. That's it. I think that's all I've been watching.
Okay.
I have watched a few things on Dropout, but we've talked about Dropout loads, so let's not talk about that.
Good.
Cool. What do we do now?
What would you like to do?
You want to do the top 10s?
Yeah, let's have a look at that.
Okay, let's do the top 10s. Movies in the UK?
Sure.
Should we start with that?
Yep.
We'll get to the number 10. This website changed again.
Lovely.
The dumb website changes all the time, not the dumb website. Number 10, guess what?
It's a Shrek.
No, it's a Minion.
I knew it was one of them.
It's Minions, which I don't know what that is, but that's all the film's called.
It's just a plural of minion.
Number 9 is The Nanny Diaries.
Okay.
Any ideas?
No, none whatsoever.
Annie gets a crash course in childcare when she's hired as a nanny for Greer, the young son of a Manhattan socialite referred to as Mrs. X.
Okay.
Top 10 in 3 countries this week. Number 8, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah,
that's going to be in the charts forever, I think.
Definitely. School holidays coming up as well, exactly. So it will probably rise up the charts.
I don't think it's ever going to leave the charts. Number 7, Sniper Grit.
These sniper movies just turn up every now and again on Netflix, and they seem to do all right, don't they?
GRIT stands for Global Response and Intelligence Team.
Yeah, I
didn't
like to say.
Number 6, No Hard Feelings.
Okay.
I think this is like similar to a film we've already done on this show. A bartender who's down on her luck takes on an unusual challenge when a wealthy couple hires her to romance their socially awkward son.
It's Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I know the movie. I've not seen it, but I am aware of it.
Number 5, Don't Worry Darling. That is the Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde movie that had all that controversy when it came out. Number 4, Con Mum. That's a Netflix original series about a con artist in Thailand, I believe.
Okay.
It might be next on my list to watch. Apparently it's really good. Number 3,
Documentary?
Documentary, yeah. Number 3, Fast X.
Okay.
Number 2, Angel Has Fallen.
Yeah.
The one from the
Gerard
Has
Butler.
Fallen franchise, Gerard Butler. Number 1, The Life List. It's currently at the top of the charts. It's a Netflix original.
Oh, lovely.
When her mother sends her on a quest to complete a teenage bucket list, a young woman uncovers family secrets, finds romance, and rediscovers herself.
Oh.
2 hours and 5 minutes. Number 2 weeks in the top 10. Number 1 movie in 63 countries this week. Huge for a Netflix original. TV shows?
Sure.
UK?
Yes.
Let's get to the end.
Skip to the end.
Number 10, Devil May Cry.
Okay.
That is the
anime
video
adaptation
game,
of the video game.
Adaptation. Number 9 is $1 Million Secret. Which is
Have you tried this?
No.
Me neither. And I don't think I want to. Apparently, it's,
Me too.
I've seen a couple of reviews saying it's really good.
Yeah.
But it's a Traitors rip-off. Everyone knows that, but I literally read one review I read saying, and the reviewer was very open. He said, I didn't want to like this. I love the Traitors. I don't know why I need another version of it that's just a rip-off.
Yeah.
And he said, 2 episodes in, hooked.
He's in.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. It's Peter Serafinowicz' new
Yes.
reality show. I saw a trailer for it, and that put me off because I was going to watch it.
I've not seen anything.
But the trailer put me off because the contestants looked like reality TV show contestants.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't get that with the trailers.
No.
Whereas this looked like Love Island type people, and that's not what I'm here for.
That would be Netflix's MO.
Yes. So that, because I was intending on watching it, and then when I saw that trailer, I was like, maybe this isn't for me.
Okay.
But maybe I'll watch an episode and see. But probably not. Number 8, Pulse.
That's Netflix's new hospital drama, I think.
It is. Dr. Danny Sims and her fellow career doctors navigate complex cases, both medical and interpersonal, in a Miami emergency room.
Nice.
Top 10 show in 77 countries this week.
Wow.
Number 7, The Residents. We've talked about that enough already,
Yep.
I think. We've talked about that 3 weeks in a row now.
Also could be the name of a hospital drama.
It could, absolutely. Number 6, Ms. Rachel.
Yes.
I think, again, she's going to be in the charts
Ubiquitous.
forever now. That's just a thing that happens. Number 5 is season 3 of Love on the Spectrum.
Okay. Oh, I've seen some of them.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
Is it about
This is a couple of weeks ago.
80s gamers that fall in love?
No, no, it's about the journey of several either people that are already a couple or autistic people looking for love.
Yeah.
And it's some. I watched a couple of them, and I was sort of in and out of the room. I really liked it.
Okay.
Like just there's some real charmers on there, and just really lovely characters. And
Have you started at the 3rd season, or have you watched?
yeah, I've never seen any of it.
Oh, okay.
My wife said she's watched all of it. And some of the characters, there's a lot of new characters this season. She said there's I think she said there was a couple that sort of met in the last season, and now we follow them, and they were really cute, and it was well done. It was classy, and it was quite heartwarming. It's very, very sensitively done, I would say.
That's good.
Which isn't something you associate with Netflix.
You run the risk of like the Undateables, where it was just like, let's laugh at
Yeah.
these people. And
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, so that's a good thing that it's not that. Number 4 is WWE Raw. Again, that's just going to be in the charts forever, I think. Number 3, See No Evil, the story of the Moors murders.
Okay.
This is another one I'm going to get to at some point, I think.
Yeah.
It's a documentary Myra Hindley and Ian Brady, shocking crime prompts a criminal investigation to bring them to justice in this dramatised series based on real events.
Okie doke.
Number 2, Adolescence. That's going to stay there for a long time as well. And number 1 is Gone Girls, the Long Island serial killer. Okay. That's a true crime about this week.
Yeah, very much so.
So that's your top 10. That is number 1 in 8 countries this week.
Nice.
Would you like global or do you want to go for a random country?
Oh, let's do global.
Okay, let's do global. Movies?
Yeah.
Global movies. So the best movies in the world at the moment, according to Netflix, is number 10, Robinson Crusoe. From 1997.
Okay, cool.
After killing a man in a duel over a woman, Robinson Crusoe flees his homeland on a trade ship that ends up on a marooned, uncharted island.
Fine.
3.4 million views this week, top 10 in 22 countries. Number 9, The Electric State.
Yeah.
Still around. Number 8 is Con Mum. Still hanging around as well. Number 7, Craven the Hunter.
Oh, that's another one of these terrible Spider-Man villain movies,
yeah.
isn't it?
That came out this year, didn't it? But
Yeah.
it's not on Netflix over here
Okay.
yet. Number 6, The Core.
The drilling asteroid movie.
Yeah, from 2003. 4.5 million views this week, top 10 in 58 countries.
Wow.
Number 5, Sniper Rogue Mission.
Oh, wow.
A different sniper movie. Same people in the poster, though. Number 4, Geostorm. That's Gerard Butler as well, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Number 3, Alpha. Any ideas what Alpha is?
No.
Alpha. During the last ice age, a boy forges a transformative bond with a wolf and treks through an unforgiving landscape to reunite with his tribe.
Oh, nice.
2018, 5.5 million views this week. Top 10 movie in 5 countries. Number 2, One of Them Days.
Pass.
Scrambling to repay their stolen rent money, best friends Druix and Alicia embark on a frantic race across LA to find enough cash to avoid eviction.
Okay.
7.7 million views this week, top 10 in 1 country.
Wow.
That is the United States. Number 1 is The Life List, because that's everywhere. 29.2 million views this week.
Smashing it.
So number 1 by 22 million views. That was movies. Do you want TV shows?
Sure.
TV shows in the English language. This is. Number 10, Miss Rachel. Number 9, Jurassic World Camp
Cretaceous?
Chaos Theory.
Okay.
Season 3.
Okay.
It was quite small writing that. Number 8, WWE Raw. Number 7, $1 Million Secret. Number 6, Love on the Spectrum. Number 5, The Residents. Number 4, Devil May Cry. That's doing better around the world than it is in the UK. Number 3, Pulse. Number 2, Gone Girls. And number 1, Adolescence.
Fantastic.
17.8 million views just this week.
Wow.
Adolescence. Top by over 4 million. Do you want non-English?
Sure. Just to hear you read the names.
Movies non-English. Oh, there's loads now. Movies non-English, this is. Just to hear me read the names. You tit.
I mean, it's up to you.
I can do this one.
We've done an hour and 4 minutes.
Have we really? Number 10, Officer on Duty. Number 9, Dragon. Number 8, don't know. It's just symbols, that one. That one's just symbols. Firefighters. From 2025. Number 7, 404. That looks like a bottom of the stream poster if I've ever seen one.
What's 404 about?
Nakrab, a shady house flipper, sets his sights on an abandoned hotel for his biggest scam yet. But first he must get rid of its ghostly owner.
Oh, wow.
Rating,
Rent a ghost.
Rating is a 0. 1 hour 43 minutes. That's Malaysian. That might have to go on our list.
Nice.
The poster is the most bottom of the stream poster I've ever seen. Number 6, Counterattack. Number 5, Banger. Stop me if you're interested in any of these. And number 3, Revelations. No, number 4, Revelations.
They're all just generic words.
They're all Netflix original titles, these ones. Number 3, Test.
What's Test?
It's the biography of the wrestler.
Okay.
No, it's not. The worlds of free ordinary people converge during a historic cricket match, ultimately forcing them to make life-altering decisions. 2.5 hours, that film.
Well, it's cricket. It's got to be long.
It's Mauritian.
Lovely.
Number 2, Diva, spelled D-E-V-A. And number 1 is Promised Hearts.
Oh, what's that?
Promised Hearts is a young woman's future is jeopardized by a secret arrangement that throws her life into chaos, but it may be the only way to save her family.
Oh, man.
That is top 10 in 40 countries currently.
Nice. Good.
That's it. We might as well do non-English TV shows while we're here. Why not? I've already got a long episode to edit already. We had something else to do as well. Do you want to skip that, or do you want to do it?
I'll save it.
Sure.
I have a question which we can put that in the pocket.
Can we do it in the movie show?
If you want to.
Well, why not? Number 10, Until You Burn. Number 9, High Tides. Stop me if you're interested in any of them again. Number 8, The Potato Lab.
Yes.
I knew you'd say that. The Potato is a limited series. A passionate researcher's life takes a turn when a strict director arrives at her potato lab, proving that love can sprout in the most unusual, unlikely places. Nice.
Like a pun.
I mean, is a potato lab a thing? I believe that's a Brazilian movie. Number 7, The Apothecary Diaries. Apothecary. Apothecary. Number 6, From Rockstar to Killer. Do you want to know what that is?
Yeah, go for it.
In 2003, rock singer Bertrand Cantat killed his partner, actress Marie Trintignant. This documentary revisits the case that divided a nation. 3 episodes. Number 5, Karma. Number 4, Weak Hero. Number 3, Court. Number 2, The Lady's Companion. And number 1 is When Life Gives You Tangerines.
Oh, what's that about?
You're just interested in fruit and veg-based ones.
Yeah.
In Jeju, a spirited girl and a steadfast boy's island story blossoms into a lifelong tale of setbacks and triumphs, proving love endures across times.
Wow.
5.4 million views this week, that's had.
Good
and that's it. That is your top 10s on Netflix currently.
Well done.
Thank you. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I don't think so.
Get rid of this longest episode ever.
Just come back. Find us on Thursday. We will be talking about a movie. We will be talking about Snow White dies at the end.
Correct, and it is not about the recent movie.
I'm looking forward to
Me
talking
too.
about it.
It's a Macedonian movie.
It is, yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk about that on Thursday on our movie show, which you can find on any good podcast app, and we'll be back here next Monday on YouTube and all the podcast apps for this show, Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick.
Correct.
Cool. Right, let's get out of here. Like, subscribe, tell your nan, do all the stuff, click the bell, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Bye.